Welcome to another edition of Spooky Reviews from Spooky Ventures. This is our 113th review video, and this time I'm going to look at a Blu-ray release of a movie called Caddy. Now, before I get into details on this movie, I should clarify that although this is listed as a horror movie, I don't think that's accurate. I'd say that more than anything else, it's a comedy. It has horror elements and gory kills and monsters, but this is definitely not a horror movie. There are enough horror links in it here for me to cover it, though. After all, this is spooky reviews, not horror reviews. As you might guess from the title, this movie is definitely a spoof of Caddyshack in a lot of ways. Now, that movie is nothing close to thoughtful high art, but it is much more serious than this one. There is a fine art of doing stupid comedy. It's a balancing act. Sometimes dumb comedies can wind up just dumb. Other times they are hilarious. This one really succeeds in being funny. Of course, if you're not a fan of stupid, absurd comedies, you definitely won't like this. The idea behind the movie is that the gophers on the golf course have mutated into monstrous killing machines. Now, while Caddyshack is the obvious basis for this, there are plenty of other things lampooned here. You're likely to see characters that call to mind characters in other movies, and others that seem to be a spoof of real-life people. In terms of silliness, they actually mention the fact that they are in a movie at times. They turn this into a musical at one point, and have an absurd dance-off in another. This is a film that makes no attempt at being classy or serious, and it's much funnier for it. I was literally laughing out loud at many points in the film. And while I think it's all too over-the-top silly to ever be scary, which is why it doesn't qualify as horror, the kills at times get really gory. They must have gone through gallons of fake blood making this thing. The Blu-ray package includes a VIP card for the golf club in this movie, along with a poster. The disc has a lot of bonus features, most of which are just as silly as the movie. Those silly things include a karaoke sing-along version of the musical number of the film, which has a pretty risque title, a drinking game, and a commercial for the golf club, which is called Old Glory Holes. Those are just some of the bonus features. This thing is packed with them, including an outtakes reel. This movie is definitely not for everyone, and it's not about to win any kind of award for anything, but it's very funny for those who enjoy this type of humor. Spooky Ventures is the home for spooky content and spooky merchandise on the web. Check it out today at spookyventures.com. And remember, always keep it spooky.